Hey everybody, this is Michael, aka Faithful Raider, just checking in for my HCG vlog. Today is VLCD 22. Lots to talk about today, but let's get to the stats first. Today was, I got on the scale, and first time I hopped on my scale, it was 299.8. I'm like, well, that's kind of what I was expecting. Just from yesterday, which would basically be the same weight as yesterday. But I always check a couple times, and then I got back on the scale and it said 299.0. And I said, well, that's weird. So I got off, got back on again, 299.0, got off, got back on again, 299.0. So I checked it like 3 or 4 times, and each time was 299.0. So I'm going to call it 299.0. Yay! So that puts me officially, in my mind, under 300. So that's really exciting for me, and it makes me really close to my 30 pound, the 30 pound loss. And it's been 3 weeks. So yay! That's pretty good. So I was pretty excited about that. But more than that, today was the very first day that I noticed in myself, like, I'm starting to feel smaller. It took, 30 pounds, 10% of my body weight almost. Well, that would be 32, or almost 33, but I'm almost there. I'm like 9%. Body weight loss before I started to feel that way. And, I had felt a little bit where my scrubs were feeling looser and everything, but today it was just like clicking. Everything. Today was, my clothes are fitting good, my energy level's great. The kind of crabbiness is gone. I was, super chatty with patients today and just had a blast at work. Today was a great day at work. Just fun. I mean, I still have so much work to do, but I'm not going to think about that. I'm just going to think about that today was great. Sun was shining outside, had some errands to run after work, and just like through the whole day, like it was upbeat, it was good, it was happy. And today was just like, I think just a lot of it started with feeling that back under 300. Hopefully never ever see that number again. I never want to see 300 again. That is just I can't believe I let myself get to 300. But past that, done. Never want to see it again. But just that it's just like feeling lighter. Today was the first day I felt lighter. A little more spring in my step at work, which is strange for a Monday morning, but just less weight. I went to the grocery store today. I went to the grocery store yesterday, if you guys remember, but there's a few things I forgot to get. So one of them was cat food, and I'm like, getting a bag of cat food, and I'm like, well, how much does this weigh? Let me show you. Stay there. This is 16 pounds. I've lost almost 2 of these in 3 weeks. That's insane. They're not exactly light, they got some bulk. Yeah, almost 2 of those. Oh, here comes my cat, thought it was time for food. Anyway, when I think about it in that terms, it's like, wow, I've really done great. I don't want to get too excited on it, but I think that's something to celebrate. So I'm under 300, lost almost 10% of my body weight, lost almost 30 pounds. That's really, really good. So, not that it's been easy every day. I mean, you guys have watched my videos, and you guys have seen. I mean, I still struggle with yesterday. What a disaster yesterday was. It was horrible. I hated yesterday, one of my worst days. But, I had stick to protocol. I mean, why am I doing this if I'm not going to stay on it, I could just go and, cheat, no one would know. But I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos. My brother kind of said, for around an HCG, when you're doing the injections, you only have a small window to lose the weight in. I mean, phase 1 is about gaining weight. It's about, loading. Phase 3 is stabilizing where you're at, and you can lose some, but you're off the injections. It's really meant to, you're not supposed to go 2 pounds over, but you could definitely stay at the same weight, and that's a successful phase 3. And phase 4 is when you're all done. I'm not going to see you at phase 4 for forever. But phase 2, that's the golden moment of when you're going to lose weight, and the window is short. 40 days, it seems like a long time, but in reality, for someone like me that has so much weight to lose, I really need to maximize my phase 2. Phase 3 will come, and it will be here soon, and mark my words, I'm going to be like, oh, I cannot wait to change some of the things in my diet, have some things I haven't had in a while. But mark my words, I'm going to be saying somewhere in phase 3, I wish I was back in phase 2, because I want to be losing weight. I mean, that's what my goal is. That's what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this for myself, to make myself healthier, and for my daughter, to be here for my daughter, and to, be more active with her. That's why I'm doing it. I know that it's hard to put, sorry, this is a warning, I should have put this in the beginning. I have a feeling it's going to be a long video. I feel like I shouldn't have to be quote unquote skinny to be happy, I've never been that way. When I was in high school and just graduated high school, okay, I'll do a little bit of history here. When I graduated high school, I weighed, no joke, 135 pounds. 6'1", 135 when I graduated high school. I was skinny as a rail. And I remember vividly, I worked at when I was in high school, I had a couple of jobs, and one of them was at a stationery store where we sold greeting cards and stationery. And, they don't exist anymore, actually, since, it's kind of office supply, just small, kind of thing like that. And those kind of stores are really rare anymore. Anyway, I worked there, and there was a nicest old lady who, best buddies with. And I just remember one day, we were talking about eating, and they had brought something to work, and I said, no, I'm not hungry. And she said, not being mean and just whatever, is, oh, he doesn't want to ruin his girlish figure. And, it was funny, we all laughed, and, it didn't really bug me. But years later, when I thought about it, I was like, I was super skinny. I wore 30 waist, 32 length jeans. And those were not, skinny jeans weren't around then. They were just regular jeans. Size 30. Yeah, super skinny. I did not like my weight. I mean, it didn't, when you're that weight, you don't think about it. But it was not very attractive. Girls like guys with some build on them, right? So it wasn't very attractive. I never got really pushed around or bullied at school, but I kind of want to go back. Even further back than that, when I was first growing up, I was heavy. I was probably 130 in junior high. When I graduated high school, I was 135. So it just kind of grew, stretched out. I was super active, played sports every day after school for hours. It's just, was my routine. Never worried about weight, never worried about what I ate. A few years later, I was 170, still didn't really care. And then 190, and just went up and up from there. But as I went up in weight, I felt happier. Like, I was more content with my body size than when I was super skinny. because I felt like I was more attractive. And, you know, it didn't really bother me that I was gaining weight. But, you know, as I got older, I got more confidence. But the weight kept going up. And I don't want to equate a feeling of happiness or sadness to a weight. But the bigger I've gotten, the happier I've become with myself. And I don't know if it's just me becoming more mature, or just, you know, or there is some correlation to it. So right now, finding happiness in myself, you know, while I'm losing weight is a totally new concept to me. Not sure how I'm going to react to that. You know, everyone says, oh, when I lose 50 pounds, I'll be so happy. When I lose 100 pounds, I'll be so happy. In my case, not so much. You know, no one messes with me. No one messes with me forever. Seriously, I'm a big dude. I take care of business. But if I'm skinny, will that still be the same? I don't know. I guess I can be a little intimidating, though I'm super friendly and everybody knows that. For someone who doesn't know me, maybe they'd notice that. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Sorry, that was I totally digressed there. Anyway, few things that were kind of, you know, funny today. One, I got my dinner ready. I did the protein shake today. My brother said do half a scoop. I did 1 scoop. Because I checked the protein content and I kind of want to match it to 100 grams. And 1 scoop is 25 grams of protein. And everywhere I've looked, you know, chicken on average is about 30 grams of protein for 30 grams of protein for 100 grams of chicken. Some places say 25, some places say 40. A lot of places say right around the 30 range. So that's what I'm going with. I guess it depends on the chicken. But anyway, so I'm like, well, I should probably have a full scoop to get closer to the protein amount for what the chicken would normally be eating. So I did that. I blended it up with some ice and water, and it didn't taste so good today as it did yesterday. Probably because I just drank it all at once. It just was like a different flavor in my mouth, vanilla. Today it took me longer to drink because there was more of it. Plus it was kind of like slushy with the ice blended up in it. Like a margarita. Oh, sorry, had to do that. Anyway, you know, virgin, of course. Virgin, of course. But anyway, I couldn't finish it all. I couldn't finish it. I couldn't even barely finish half of it. And I gave the rest to my daughter because she was like, oh, that tastes really good. I want it. I'm like, here. So now I understand why my brother said just do half. So, you know, don't want to waste the other half. So that was a good experience. And so now it's like 9:30. I'm not even hungry. I still need to eat my apple and my breadstick. We'll see if it happens. I was working on the car tonight afterwards. Smashed my finger. I was changing the air filter and it's got some clamps on it and one was really kind of sticking and went to pop it. Finger slipped. Got a nice good slash right across my hand right there. That one really hurts. This gross out time. The skin kind of folded back and then kind of came back. So no need for a stitch or anything like that. It's just kind of the top layers, but it definitely burns and I'm feeling it. So that's why I'm rocking to Band-Aids tonight. Should be interesting at work tomorrow since I use my hands so much how that's gonna go, but right now it feels okay. Yeah, I just, you know, washed it with soap, put some alcohol right on there. I got plenty of alcohol swabs from doing my shots, just right on there. And then some antibiotic ointment and bandage it up. Anyhow, so I'm watching some YouTube videos because, again, I'm super behind. Slacked on it this weekend. Sorry, everybody. But I'm catching up tonight. So as I'm catching up, I've got my chicken cooking for dinner. And you guys' vlogs are so interesting that I could not tear myself away. And I I come back into the kitchen because I'm getting ready to start doing my vlog, and I'm like, wait a second, I've got chicken cooking out on the barbecue. So I run outside. Now I always cook my chicken on low because the otherwise the skin cooks way too fast and it doesn't get cooked in the middle. So I always cook it on low, and it takes me half an hour or whatever, 45 minutes to cook it. But it's always so good. And well, not the skin, it's just the outside. There's no skin, it's skinless. But the outside of the chicken gets cooked really bad before the inside gets finished. So this way it can, I cook it forever. And nice and slow, and it comes out wonderful. Anyway, so I run out to the backyard and, to the grill on the porch, and I open it up. I'm just expecting it to, first I smell before I even open it up, and it doesn't smell too bad, like, it doesn't smell like on fire. I open up the grill, and I'm just like, I know it's going to be black on the bottom. I turn it over, and it's like perfectly golden brown. Perfectly golden brown. Except for one little tiny part on one of them, and this is the smaller piece. It was kind of in a warmer spot. The bottom tip got a little burned, so I'm just going to chop that off. But they came out great. They look wonderful. If I was hungry, I'd be eating them right now, but I'm not hungry. So then I flipped it over, finished cooking on the other side, and then it was done. But almost burned my chicken tonight. Just getting distracted watching vlogs. So please keep posting those vlogs. They are really inspirational to me as I watch them. And everybody's doing so well. So, congrats to you guys too. And, I know everybody talks about their struggles on there, and, that's what we're here for, to, share our struggles and our hard times with each other, and, hopefully they help someone else. Hopefully that my videos help other people. And if they're on HCG, to kind of, help stay on protocol and, avoid some pitfalls. And if they're not on HCG, just to, give it a try. It's done wonders for me, and just in the 3 weeks I've been doing it. Wow, if I've been doing this for 3 years. If I did this 3 years ago and stayed on it. Wow. It's powerful stuff, powerful stuff. So, my brother let me know today that he started his load. Yeah, he says he's having a hard time already. It's just the food that he thought he was really going to want to eat is not appealing to him. So, I guess that really shows that things change on this diet. And it really can change, really can change. I was #1 biggest skeptic. He will tell you. He sent me, I remember him texting me, so what do you think about HCG? And I'm just like, everyone I've tried, nah. No one's been successful on it. No one's been successful long term. There's been a few that had lost a little bit, and it's come right back. Of course, because they get off protocol and they get off the rounds and they don't keep going. But, never really researched it. Never really seemed, I can't even imagine how long this is going. Sorry. I never really researched it. And, he did a lot of research on it. And he's just like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. If it works, great. If not, great. So I'm going to try. And just seeing his results, and he would email me every day or every other day, or text me and be like, hey, here's what's going on, here's my weight, kind of like a vlog, just his own blog, but it was just kind of between me and him. And I'm just like, this is really working for him. What is it? How could it be working for him so well? And so I'm like, okay, I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Tell me what I need to do. He gave me all the stuff, got me, ordered my stuff. And you guys remember that, how it all came in so fast. It was like a whirlwind. And then I'm just diving in. I had no prep time, no okay, I'm gonna watch what I'm eating for a little bit, try to get good. Heck no. I was right up until the day my HCG came in, just eating like crazy. And I'm just I had the stuff in the fridge while I got the rest of my supplies, and I, in those 2 or 3 days, I'm like, okay, if I'm really gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna learn as much as I can. I had a week. I did a week or so before where I, knew I was gonna do it, and I ordered my stuff. I was reading the protocol. I told you I downloaded someone reading it and been listening to it on the way to work. It's just all my mind was, getting on, what is this protocol? What is this HCG? Then, I got my stuff all in, got ready, and I just sat down and said, you know what? I'm gonna just do it. I can do anything for a month. I can do anything for a few weeks. Prove myself that for. Started baby steps. I did that cleanse. Did that 2 weeks on that. That was so much harder than this. So much harder. Oh, never again. Did the cleanse. Did the, no caffeine. Went to no soda. No eating out. So in a way, I was prepping myself, but I didn't know because I had no idea that I was doing HCG. But I knew I needed to lose weight. I knew I needed some kind of program, and I knew I needed some kind of self-control. And those were just baby steps for me to be like, prep myself, And could I have done it without that? Probably. I mean, HCG is such an amazing, amazing system, program, whatever. But, I mean, it did help me. And my big concern was the hunger. If there's something that, if there's one downfall for any of my diets, it's hunger. Even Atkins. Atkins straight up says, eat whatever, when you're hungry, eat. And here's the things you can eat. And they're all really awesome things. Steak, hamburger, chicken, shrimp, all these different meats, And that's really what I did on Atkins. I didn't eat much of the other stuff, vegetables and things. Oh, sorry. Not big vegetables. If you guys have probably noticed, I never talk about what I ate for my vegetable because there's very rarely vegetables in my diet now. That's so bad. I need to get my celery in or whatever, my lettuce. Anyway, on Atkins, just straight up, I want 2 hamburger patties with some low carb, steak sauce, whatever, or hamburger patties with some ketchup, low carb, sugar-free ketchup, which is pretty expensive, by the way, but they make it. I had 2 patties and be like, oh man, I'm still hungry. Another 2 patties. I have 4 patties on there, for dinner sometimes, or just, crazy amounts of food. And they say when you're hungry, eat. And I lost some weight on it, but not much. I mean, it was okay, but what it took me, what did I lose on Atkins? I want to say like 25 pounds. 20 or 25 pounds. And at that time, I thought that was just amazing. And it took me 3 months, 2 or 3 months. It took a long time. That diet was sustainable because that was when the whole low carb fad was going on, and there's so many low carb foods out there, and most of them are off the market now because the fad wore out and people stopped doing it. But anyway, it was successful in a way for me, but the hunger was pretty much always there. It took a lot of food for me to be hungry. I ate a lot on Atkins. I ate a ton. But I did lose weight. I did lose some weight. I was exercising big time during that though too. Exercising in the gym, 5 hours a day, at least an hour. Usually 2-hour workouts, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. Which probably was a lot more of the weight loss than the eating. But still, I mean, every time I've done a low carb, it does drop me down a little bit for a while, and then when I stop, it comes back. But the hunger's always been there. HCG, there's no way I could do this diet if I was hungry. And there have been days where I was hungry. When I was hungry, yesterday is a good example. I was hungry yesterday, and but maybe 2 days out of my 3 weeks, I've been hungry. Maybe 2, maybe 3, somewhere around there. And the hunger has never been, other than yesterday, has never really tempted me to be bad. Yesterday was tough, but I mean, if I had a day like yesterday on my first week, I don't know if I'd be able to handle it. I think that's why the load days are so important, because fresh out, I'm sorry, I am totally rambling. This video is kind of for me, very much, as you guys can tell. So when I go back and watch this, I'll get a lot of insight from it. When my load day 2, how hard it was to eat. I mean, even load day 1 was tough by the end of the day, and 2 was horrible. Just trying to get that food in, and it put me in that mindset of I do not want to eat food. Blech. And so I think if I would have had a hunger day early on, that would have been fresh enough in my mind to be like, no. But it's been a long time since I've had a load. It's been 3 weeks. And yesterday was definitely something up, but really just kind of like, it's not gonna kill me to stick on this diet. It's not. So when I decided I was gonna do this, I said to myself, okay, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna plan my stuff out. I know I'm gonna be every day. I'm just gonna do it. Go back and listen to my videos for all this stuff I had. My daughter's birthday party straight off the week after I started. I had fresh homemade tamales on the table in front of me at work on VLCD 1. Right? At work has been a disaster with food, but that's totally expected. There's always food at my job, and always want someone really willing to give it to you. The brownies that I got offered, out of this world, they look so good. Looking back now, which would I rather have had? Would I rather had a piece of my daughter's birthday cake and a tamale and a brownie, or would I rather have 2 bags of cat food off of my body in 3 weeks? That's why I'm really not tempted to cheat. It's like, that's why I'm doing this for. I'm not doing this diet so I can go to my daughter's birthday party and have a piece of cake. I'm not doing this diet because I feel socially pressured at work to have some food that somebody prepared for me. I'm doing this diet to better myself. And if that means no to a few things now and then, so be it. Those foods were, those I will, in the future, when I've lost all this weight, I'll be happy to have a birthday cake with my daughters next year. I would be happy to have tamales that somebody makes for me. I'll be happy to sit down and have brownies with people at work. But those days can wait. What can't wait is me fixing me. So, like I said, there's just that little time, just a little 4 weeks, 5 weeks window of now is when we lose weight. And in the protocol, Dr. Simeon says that with one cheat, he saw you could expect to have 3-day, misdirection on your diet. He said, in the protocol, he says that happens. Why would I want to risk 3 days of weight loss for something that I'm not hungry for, though it looks great. Physically, I'm not hungry for it. And B, I know it's not good for me. I'm never having cravings for like, wow, I sure wish I could have a grapefruit. I guess you can, but or I really wish I could have I don't know, healthy food. It's not like I'm healthy food minded. I wish I could have some tofu. There you go. I never get cravings for stuff that A is on the plan or B is healthy for you but not on the plan. It's always stuff that's not healthy. I shouldn't have it in the first place. I think that's what got me here. Those foods. Eating healthy did not get me to 328 pounds. It's eating crap. Eating crap. And if I had watched myself doing this video, if I had jumped in the future a month ago, to today's date and heard me saying these things, I would think I'm crazy. Like I say, I walked into the health food store today and I was totally lost. I was seeing things on the shelf that I'd never seen before in my life. I didn't recognize freaking half that store. I was like, where am I? And this lady came over, and she must have seen my absolute confusion of me wandering the halls or down the aisles. And she goes, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Yes, please," because I do not know what I'm doing. And she, got my stuff for me. But I am not Mr. Healthy Eating. Never have been. And hopefully will be in the future. But I know there's certain things that once I'm done and done with this and lost my 100 pounds or more, I'll go back and enjoy it now and again. I mean, I don't want to restrict myself for forever on these foods. For me to say like I'm never having pizza again, yeah, get real. But can I go a few months without having it? Sure, why not? For what for the rewards that come with it? Absolutely, absolutely. So if I would have seen myself saying these things, I'd probably think I was crazy. And anyone else who knows me but doesn't know that I'm on HCG and is watching this video and be like, what the heck is he talking about? Because they know me. They know that I can put away food. They know. So something in this works. It does its job and leaves us to do our part. It takes away the hunger for the most part. I mean, not 100%, but 99, 98, somewhere around there. It does its job and does its job really well. It just needs us to step up and say, I'm willing to do my job for that kind of reward. So anyway, I've gone on long enough today. Like I said, today was a great day. Look forward to a great tomorrow. Closing in on that 30 soon, hopefully in the next couple days. Looking forward to 40 before my shots run out. That would be awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching today. Sorry this went so long, but I had a lot to talk about. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.